Today's video is 5 things about me that not many people know. I was gonna make a 10, but then I decided that some of these things would be a lot more fun if I acted them out or talked about them for a bit longer. So if you would like to know more of the things that I wrote down that are actually pretty interesting about me, or even just more things, let me know by giving this video a humongous thumbs up, and that'll let me know that you would like to see more videos like this. This is something that I've actually only told like 2 of my friends, and some of my closest friends don't even know about this. So when I was a baby, someone thought that I was a witch, and here's why. I have this kind of weird birthmark on my side, which I will show you guys in a second. There, I'm pretty sure you can see that. Yeah, right there. And it's, my mom thinks it looks like a squished heart, but this lady thought it looked like a crescent moon. Yeah, I don't know why she thought it looks like a crescent moon though. I mean, like, what? So, anyways, this nurse totally freaked out and thought I was a witch. What? I was literally only like 1 day old. That's 1 day old, and she thought that I was a witch. So she refused to come in the same room as me, and she freaked out a lot over it. My mom was just like, oh, what? I guess this is kind of 2 combined in 1, but here's another thing about that town. So I actually grew up in a town called Valley. Valley was very small, and my family actually had a decent amount of property, and there was like bullfrogs and I don't even know, a ton of stuff there. And I really wish I was old enough to remember it. That town only had 200 people. What? That's so small considering the normal population amount. And the town that I was born in, which is the one with that crazy hospital nurse situation, only had 1,500. That town is called Chuila, and I doubt many people have heard of both of these towns, but I guess I grew up in a really small town. But if you think that this birthmark looks like a crescent moon, or that you think I'm a witch, let me know in the comments down below, because I want to know how many of you guys believe the nurse, or how many of you also see a crescent moon. So this might seem a little bit crazy to you, but I filmed my first video 30 plus times. I was literally in here for like hours just getting mad at myself and not getting it right. Okay. This will be the last take. You can do this, okay? Hey, sweeties! No, that's not good. Hey, sweeties! Too loud, okay. Hey, sweeties. Oh my god, what am I trying to whisper into their ears? Oh god. When I was around 5 or 6, I had this huge thing happen to me that I will never forget. So I was running around in a park and I ran up the slide, and you will see kind of what happened. But I was running up the slide and then I just like completely fell on my face and everything got bloody. My front teeth got chipped. My bottom 2 teeth actually went through my lip, and I still have the scar. Let me see if you can see it. Right there. 1 and 2. Oh my god, okay. I just almost fell. Anyways, so here is kind of how that happened. I want to be the very best like no one ever was. And the worst part about that incident of me falling and everything was that, so I am this bloody, screaming child, screaming for my parents. My parents would always walk around the park when I was younger, so they were walking around the park. They were like super far away, and they heard me screaming and crying, and they started to run over. But in that moment where they're running, all the other parents grab their children and be like, okay, Timmy, go away from the sad child. Like, what? Literally all the parents just left me there, and they were like, all right, well, anyways, oh god, look at her, let's get out of here, Timmy. Like, they just grabbed their children and they ran away from me. Really? You aren't even gonna ask me if I'm okay? If you can't tell by now, a lot of weird stuff happened to me when I was younger, and a lot of weird stuff is happening to me currently too. But also, when I was younger, I had a 107-degree fever. Oh my god. That was insanely crazy, and I basically felt like I was on drugs because I was hallucinating so bad. I'm screaming on the bed, asking for my parents, and you'll see a skit of that, like, very soon. But basically, what I thought was happening was I thought that Ira, which is the dude from Ring Life Fade / my dad's friend, and my dad were pushing in the walls for some reason while I was in the room. So this is basically how that went. Ah! Daddy! Ira, stop pushing in the walls! Ah! Mom! That actually happened like at 11 at night. So my dad was already asleep. You know, my mom's like flipping out trying to get my dad. Finally, they both are there. They take me to the hospital and all that stuff. We wait in line for a little bit and finally we get into the doctor's office. And this is so stupid. We get into the room and then the doctor says, oh yeah, just give her some Tylenol and some of this and maybe like some ice, or, you know, just like acting like it's so normal. You know, I'm flipping out, I'm crying, I'm like this sweaty kid who thinks they're hallucinating, everything is all crazy and all that stuff. And they literally just tell that. So we go home, all of that stuff, and then not that long after that, we went to the doctor that I usually went to when I was younger, and she flipped out. She was like, oh my god, she had a fever that was that big. Oh my god, that's the temperature where you can start to brain damage. What? I could have had awful brain damage from this, and the other doctor was just like, oh yeah, just give her some Tylenol. What the hell? I know I've mentioned this briefly, but it's not really something that I talk about very much. I have lived in a tent trailer for 9 months of my life. That is a lot of time, and for some reason a lot of people don't know what a tent trailer is, so I'll explain it to you. Maybe that is because they were mostly popular back in the 70s, and you know, it's been a long time since the 70s. A tent trailer is basically just a tent on wheels. They're usually a bit bigger than your average tent though. Like ours was like 16 feet long, I think. I think that's right. But it was decently long, but that's with the beds out and everything. And I will post some pictures of the tent trailer if I can find some. I will post them on my Twitter because that's where I post a lot of stuff about my day. So honestly, it was not really the best living situation, but me and my family did have a lot of fun. So the first 6 months was us traveling from Seattle over to, I'm pretty sure this is the wrong way for you, but over to Maine, down Florida. I think I already said this in my first video. But all of that stuff, and it was actually a lot of fun. So we weren't just like living in a tent trailer, we were actually traveling the whole US and stuff. And then the second trip we mostly looked at California and stuff and did some fun stuff over there. But you know, we weren't just living in a tent trailer, but it was a lot of fun. It did get a little bit crazy sometimes. And just try to picture this. So my bed was not that big. It was actually smaller than my normal bed right now, which I think is a full bed. It was smaller than that, and literally not even an inch apart was my mom. So my mom was sleeping right beside me, and she was sleeping on the table. Like, what? Her bed was literally the table. Like, the table folded down and they just like put these cushions on top of it and boom, there's a bed. Like, what? What is this thing? Like, what? And we did not really have much of a kitchen. In fact, most of our kitchen was just a microwave. Like, I think it was literally our kitchen. We used to have like a kitchen thing, but then we took it out because it was taking up too much room. Literally, a microwave was our kitchen, and the door would go up and stuff, and it was just insane. It was an insane time of my life. I hope you enjoyed this kind of strange video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I have a question for you. You right there. So I told you a few things that happened to me. I told you a few traumatic things that happened to me when I was younger. What's a traumatic or weird thing that happened to you when you were younger? Let me know in the comments down below because I love hearing from you guys and I like learning more about my beautiful unicorns. Believe in yourself, you can do anything. Love you. It didn't work. I'm gonna get brain damage from this. Daddy!